Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Monday night edition of the Good Golly Miss Holly Show. Tonight, we welcome our dear friend and highly respected dream expert, Marin. If you have a dream you want to know the meaning of, please give us a call at 516-387-1921. All readings and interpretations are for entertainment purposes only. Please, no questions on legal, health, or pregnancy issues. Give us a call at 516-387-1921. Marin and Miss Holly are looking forward to speaking with you. Now, here is your sassy, southern and psychic host, Miss Holly.
Hi everybody, this is Miss Holly. Happy Monday everyone. And Monday on the Good Golly Miss Holly Show means Dream Talk with Miss Holly and Marin. And I have Marin right here with us. How you doing, honey?
Hi, I'm great. I'm wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's so good to hear from you. For those of you who do not know, Marin and I have been friends for about 20 years. And Marin is a member of the International Association for the Study of Dreams and is herself an avid dreamer. And she's got 20 years of experience interpreting dreams and practicing in dream groups. So we are very, very honored to have her here. And we are going to talk about, is it puns today, Marin, in dreams? Is that what we're doing? Okay.
Yes, I thought I would bring up the subject of puns. And, the dream self kind of comes up with, well, sometimes the dreams come up with an interesting pun in order to get you to notice the message in the dream or to notice a dream image. And I'd like to give a few examples of this.
I can hardly wait. This is going to be fun.
All right.
Yay!
A few dreams that I've heard recently was about an elephant. And the person had received an elephant. And so, as you listen to past shows, Holly's past shows, I ask a lot of questions. And I ask about, what does the elephant mean to you? What does the elephant look like? And so the dreamer will talk about the nature of the elephant and how it applies to the context of their dream. And so when I thought about it, what I thought about saying is, okay, let's address the elephant in the room.
That is really good. I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Fantastic.
so, another dream that I heard recently, a person was lying on their right side, and yet something or someone was touching them on the left side. So if we look at the puns, or when I ask questions about this dream, I look at, well, the dreamer believes that they're doing the right thing. They're on their right side. Or are they lying about the right thing to do? And then the other thing would be, something is touching that left shoulder. So you know how you touch someone and you're trying to get their attention.
Mm-hmm.
So what in waking life is touching them on the left side, or what is left behind? So that is another pun that we could look at. One more pun that I thought that I would mention is dreams about teeth. And that's one of the common dream themes that I've talked about. And when a person has dreams about teeth, the things I ask, or the things that the dream might bring forward, is something about what issue needs to be chewed over, or take a bite out of life, or spit it out. You need to spit it out. So, those are the kind of puns that come from some dream images.
Wow, that's neat.
I don't know if
I love that, and especially since I write and you're married to a writer. We love puns, but I had never really, I'd seen puns in readings and stuff, but I'd never really given it a whole lot of thought. But this really takes it to a whole different level. We do have somebody that wants to talk to us about their dream, but before we get into that, if you have a dream that you'd like to learn more about, a recurring dream or a dream that you've had recently, please give us a call at 516-387-1921. That number again is 516-387-1921. And we look forward to hearing from y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our first caller on the thing, if I can get my mouse to work. There we go. Okay. Hi, you're on the air with Miss Holly and Marin. How are you doing this evening? Hello?
Hello.
Anyone there? Hello?
Uh-oh.
You're on the air with Good Golly Miss Holly and Marin. Okay, apparently they have a connection issue. So hopefully they will call back and we will talk with them when they get their connection issue figured out. That happens from time to time, so we're not going to worry about that too much right now. Again, if you want to have a dream interpreted with Marin, the number is 516-387-1921. So, Marin, let's get back to the puns. Now, the teeth dreams, they always freak me out. I do not have teeth dreams, I guess because they freak me out too much. But I do have clients that do. And one of the common things with the teeth dreams is losing their teeth. Is that not correct?
Yes. The teeth will be coming out, or sometimes they'll be loose, and you have a feeling like the teeth are coming out. So I would look at teeth as ideas. When you chew your food, you have to have teeth. Well, if you're not on a liquid diet, but normally you have teeth that choose the nutrition that goes into your body. And teeth are also in your mouth. It's part of an expression. It helps control the tongue, place the tongue in the right position,
right,
to express ideas. So when teeth are falling out, I ask, are ideas just not getting expressed? Is there kind of an embarrassment about expressing ideas? Is it painful? If the teeth are rotten, is it painful? Is there a painful aspect of expressing a feeling or emotion? Spitting out teeth, that's where the pun comes, spit it out, whatever you need to say. Teeth falling out could be also a sense of loss, a loss of expression. So, and then, of course, chew things over and take a bite out of life. Depends on the context of the dream, whether it's kind of joyous, frightening, depressing, that kind of thing.
That's interesting. I was wondering, have you ever run across, because I know it's different with the dreams and things like that, with whomever you're dealing with. One of the clients that I had recently, she was talking about that, and what I kept getting was this really weird sense of urgency that she needed to act upon her ideas quickly or she'd lose them. Does that make sense?
That makes absolute perfect sense. That's wonderful. And if she looks at the dream image and feels that sensation of losing her teeth and then relating it to waking life, the dream image is somehow saying, absolutely, spit it out. Don't lose it. Say it. Yeah, that makes absolute wonderful sense. Another thing that dreams can help with are healing or illnesses. And again, these are dreams, but, get checked out by a doctor. If you're not feeling right, if the dream is presenting some kind of pain, why not? Why not get it checked out with the doctor? One dream that comes to mind, and this was a long time ago, but the dreamer said that, I was in my car and it just wouldn't start. The wheels just wouldn't turn, and I kept getting stuck. And then, a couple weeks later, I had that dream again. My car just won't move. I'm getting in the car, I'm trying to start it up, and it just won't go anywhere. Well, it turns out that she actually did have to go to the doctor, and she had a grinding in her hip. So it was the bone, that hip bone that's grinding into the hip. So it was short of a hip replacement. But, the legs, the hips, that's your vehicle for motion. So her motor was not starting. It was creaking. It was grinding. And this showed up in the image of a car being how you get from point A to point B, a method of movement. And it turned out to be her hip.
Oh, my gosh.
And again, not all dreams, tell you, excuse me, that, there's a major illness, but I still would pay attention to whatever that dream imagery is coming forth.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Speaking of dream imaging coming forth, our caller who had connection problems is back, and then we also have somebody else. So we appreciate you calling in. Again, if you would like to have your dream interpreted by Marin, please give us a call at 516-387-1921. Okay, let's go ahead and get our caller. You're on the air with Good Golly Miss Holly. Hello? This is the Miss Holly and Marin show. Hello? Anybody there? Well, this is odd. Okay. Hello? I think this is the gal I talked to Friday, and I was hoping she would call in. Are you there? Hello? Let me see something here. Yeah, they're saying that she's live. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can't get it to... Well, shoot. Okay, so I'm hoping she'll call back in. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with the phone this afternoon. Please call back, and we'll try and get you on. So, yes, but as you were saying, I hope that I don't have a dream about a car falling apart because, my back is not good. It hadn't been good for I don't know how many years. And if it grinds to a halt, we're going to have a problem, Marin.
Oh, dear.
Just so you know. So let's not talk about any more broken down cars. Now, I have a question about the elephant dream. Elephants are signs of good luck and also spirituality.
Yes.
So in this dream, this person got a real elephant?
An elephant was awarded to this dreamer. And what happened was the dreamer didn't feel that they deserved this major prize. They didn't feel that they deserved the elephant, so they gave it away. And that's when I asked the questions, what do elephants mean? And, I thought,
mm-hmm.
Pardon?
I remember the caller now. Go ahead.
Yes. And, the elephant meant family and spirituality, deep knowledge, wisdom, connection. Elephants are very connected to family. They mourn the loss of family. And, in these COVID days, it could be a sense of loneliness, a sense of isolation, or depending on the context again, it could be, I just don't deserve this love. I don't deserve this wonderful gift that's being given to me, and I'm not even accepting it. I'm accepting it, but I don't deserve it, so I'm going to give it away. And that's why I would wonder about the elephant in the room, and to take a look at, what does family, love, connection mean? Yeah, that was truly a beautiful dream. I had
really
appreciated it. Yes.
That really was. And the her being rewarded the elephant was highly significant, I think.
Absolutely. Since hearing that dream, I haven't forgotten it. It is such a beautiful dream that I'm hoping future dreams, the elephant will come back. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned too, I asked the dreamer to put themselves in the place of the elephant. How does the elephant feel about being given away? How does the elephant feel about being given and yet rejected?
Yeah.
So there are two ways to look at it.
Very, very.
Sometimes it helps to really feel the dream image coming forward, because we tend to have a dream, and then especially scary dreams, especially frightening dreams, where someone is chasing you and you keep running, and you don't face it. So then sometimes when I've worked with nightmares or, scary dreams, I've asked the person to become the image that is chasing. So what is that dream image feeling? And as it turned out, I think I mentioned this as well, the dreamer finally became somewhat lucid and said, "Why are you chasing me?" And the dream image said, "Because you need me. I'm your fear." And she realized that, oh, I'm the one chasing me. So I thought that was very interesting. Very interesting.
And very empowering too. So our caller has called back again. Let's see if we can't get them on the air. Yay! We're going to all cross fingers now. And she just left. Okay. So anyway, it's one of those nights, folks. Okay. All righty. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the fact that I find it very interesting and empowering when you encourage your clients to become what is chasing them or what is frightening them, because it allows them to empower themselves.
That's a very good point.
And it really allows them to empower themselves and to help, maybe in some cases get over that fear and see it for what it is, instead of it being this big, gargantuan monster.
Right.
It's just,
Well,
go ahead, Marin.
I, as a child, of course, and well, anytime really, when I've had bad dream thrillers or crazy dreams that are just scary and frightening, I've tended to avoid them. And so it's only recently that I started to really take a look at disturbed dreams, at scary dreams. And I found that when I face the scariness of it, when I stick with it, and boy, is that hard. I know, believe me, I know that is hard, to the point of falling off a cliff and actually dying. It's like, when you're falling off a cliff, wake up, and it's going to be scary to completely hit the ground. I stayed with the dream and I hit the ground and died. So what was that trying to say to me in waking life? And, what it was saying is I was being pushed into something I really did not want to fall for. Another pun. I didn't want to fall for it. I felt like I was falling for it. So once I was able to face the scariness of the dream, and as you mentioned, Holly, you're empowered to look at the message and to look at the healing that the dream image is providing.
Absolutely. I think that we can do, and you and I have talked a lot about the technique called lucid dreaming, and I think that this is an excellent example of using that to help you get over things and move forward in life, or to get rid of some of the trauma, because you have the ability to sometimes replay the trauma in a dream. Yeah. Like you were talking about earlier, the elephant in the room and what's holding us back. So, and to confront that in a dream state, which is not in the physical realm, can be very empowering.
Absolutely. You find the gut honest truth about how you're feeling about a situation. And, when I talk about lucid dreaming, that's also hard. I've had a few lucid dreams, and boy, are they fun. Now, there's different thoughts about lucid dreaming. I know I'm digressing, but there's some thoughts about lucid dreaming, and one of them is that some people aren't too crazy about waking up in a dream, because then you're altering the outcome of the dream story. What I think, and again, this is my opinion, I love it. If I can wake up in a dream and I have done this, I want to fly from this point, and I want to fly up to that mountain, and I'm going to do it right now. And I just had a good time. I was lucid in the dream. I was awake, and I just thought, yes. And I just flew all over the place. But the problem with lucid dreaming as well is when you get too excited and you start to wake up. And as I can say with my own experience, I was so excited about flying from one point to the other that as I was waking up in the dream, I was sinking. I was like, no, let me stay asleep. No. And I was just sinking. I couldn't get the wings or I couldn't keep elevation. I couldn't keep the height. So that's the problem with lucid dreaming. Anyway, it's a wonderful practice of really feeling into the nature of the message and the dream image. And if it's a message that the dream world wants you to know about, it'll be back, and they're called reoccurring dreams. So in reoccurring dreams, that's where I suggest becoming lucid, a little bit more lucid, and really coming face to face with the issue.
I can see that, and I'm interested in the line of thought that there are some people who don't like the lucid dreaming technique because it interferes with the dream story. But are there not different types of dreams? I mean, there's dreams that, basically from what my understanding is, which is incredibly limited, as you well know, is that the subconscious is trying to work things out, and they're in a dream state because they can't work it out in their waking state. So is that the same thing as like a dream that has a dream story?
That's one of the thoughts about lucid dreaming, that we're awake in a dream. Mm-hmm. We are interrupting the natural progression of the dream story. I say, I don't get these lucid dreams often, so I want to have fun. Now, the dream, I'm sure the dream image will say, you know what, you were off having fun. Let's get back to what the real story is. I don't really care, basically. If the story comes back, it comes back. Or is it the opportunity to have fun, to be awake in a dream and just do all these wonderful things? So there are just two thoughts about it. People who are lucid in the dream and they know that they can go left, but they really should go right. They're mm-hmm. lucid and they keep going right. They try not to alter the natural progression of the dream, of the message that the dream is trying to bring forth. So it's just an opinion. I just haven't said to myself, wow, I was so lucid, I didn't let the story take place, but boy, did I have fun. I guess I just haven't. Lucid dreaming just doesn't come often enough for me. And so when it happens, I just take off.
Now, I know it doesn't happen often for you, but do you have a technique that you would recommend about lucid dreaming, or? Well,
lucid dreaming, the definition is that you are in a dream state, but you have an awareness that this is a dream. You're not, you can feel in a lucid dream. You can smell, you can sense. It's your physical motor functioning that you're not moving around, although there is a sleep disorder called sleepwalking, REM disorder,
yes,
rapid
mm-hmm.
eye movement disorder. But we won't talk about that. So, in lucid dreaming is a state of awareness, and books that I've read, lectures that I've attended, what they say is during the day, become aware, acutely aware. I'm looking at my desk, so I'm now looking mm-hmm. at the wood grain. Now I'm imagining how the tree grew. Now I'm imagining how the seed was planted. I'm becoming more aware of my physical environment. And before I go to bed, I'm aware of my breathing, of the night. I play soft music, just to help me calm down, a mm-hmm. meditation or whatever. It's that awareness, and then becoming, transitioning into lucidity in a dream. So it's a practice. It really is a practice. It's just, I'm going to go to sleep, or, I'm so tired, I'm just going to go to sleep. It's just that intention. I'd like to have a lucid dream. I looked at the leaves. I concentrate on this, and lucidity starts to develop.
Wow. Okay. That's really, really neat. I think that is such a valuable skill. I think it's such a valuable skill. I wish we could teach our little ones how to lucid dream. Especially, I had a nephew who, he's a grown man now, has a little girl of his own who's super cute. But he had night terrors until he was about, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 years old. And I think you met him. It was Tyler, the little boy who came out. Yeah, he was so cute.
Oh, absolutely.
Now he's a big old handsome man. But he had night terrors. And when I was trained, we were trained to deal with night terrors, but it's more of a metaphysical thing from, my training, and we were taught to, to take them back into usually because they get up and they'll sleepwalk with the night terrors. And so you take them back into the room and you sit on the bed with them and you basically talk with them, and in one form or another you enter the dream with them and help them slay whatever, because most of the time it's monsters and things like that.
Oh, yes, yes.
And so you help them slay the monster. And that will at least take care of it for the evening. But I know people who have had night terrors into adulthood, and they cannot seem to get the technique of lucid dreaming is a very difficult skill to learn. And it's not guaranteed ever, because you just don't know how tired you are or anything like that. Go ahead, Marin.
And you bring up such a valid point of having a guide, having a mentor. There are dream therapists. There are people that you can go back into the dream. And I think I talked about first responders or people that have been in combat. There are dream groups that you talk about the image, and you rework the scariness of it. And there are counselors, there's therapists, there are people who have gone through that same scary dream. And so there are guides, mentors that really help to soothe out whatever is bringing up those images. When I worked with, children especially have very scary dreams because they don't know the world. The world is this big place. And, all these people are running around and ideas and feelings, emotions aren't understood yet. So a lot of monsters and scary things come through that way. So, and what you did was just spot on. You worked on that dream with him and helped to slay the dragon or the monster. And, you were there as a guide. And then they become empowered and understand, I have the power to defeat, whatever scariness it is. Also, children can be taught to ask the scary monster, why are you here? Why are you trying to scare me? And that's difficult, but with practice and guidance and, understanding, a child could possibly be able to face whatever scary thing it is. And the thing that I always want to tell parents is, when a child has a scary dream, listen to it. And, please don't say, oh, it was just a dream. Oh, it'll be fine tomorrow. Because then it discounts it or it stops it. And the dream is most likely to reoccur. Something has not been worked out. Something has not been given the chance to develop and process and then leave or heal. So, yeah, dreams, kids have a lot of scary dreams. It's very frightening.
It is very frightening. I have a couple of clients. Lately, I've been getting a lot of clients who are either grandparents or parents of children that are dealing with these night terrors, and a lot, a lot of it has to do with I go to school one day and then the school is shut down for 3 weeks or 3 months or the rest of the year, and they don't get to see their friends, and everything's online, and there's not that physical connection with their friends and their teacher and things like that, like they're accustomed to. And with little ones in particular, that is a vital part of education. And so they're having these dreams of monsters. The main recurring theme these days is one of 2 dreams and it keeps coming up over and over and over again. The first one is the monster eating the town and things disappearing little by little. Very much kind of like Stephen King's Langoliers.
Oh,
you remember
yes.
that?
Yes, I
Very,
remember that movie.
It was so bad. But it was really bad.
I liked the movie.
Oh, my gosh.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Okay, yes.
Okay? It was, the little girl, if you haven't read the book or watched the movie, this is a spoiler alert, and so don't get mad at me. The little girl dies at the end. Really?
Oh, I don't remember that part. I just remember the chomping on the
everything.
Okay, sorry.
And then there was nothing. So I've had 4 people in the last week call me and ask me about that. And then the other one is that the houses that they live in keep growing, but they're not growing into anything. So the house that they're in keeps growing and growing and growing, but it's nothing. And it's taking over. So it's basically kind of the same dream, but in reverse. So it's very, very, scary for little ones for that.
Yeah. But I kind of got a hit on that dream theme. And, for example, the COVID virus is changing. It's becoming more infectious, they say.
Yeah.
And so it's an invisible illness. And so it's getting bigger. It's taking over. And how is this taking over? So I see it as an invisible, scary. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm very excited that the vaccine is coming forth, but this is kind of a common dream that people are. It's very scary. Yeah.
It is very, very scary. And sometimes when people have a common dream like this, when lots of people are having this dream, I don't know if you believe in this or not, but I'm always curious about the shared unconscious, and if we're all sharing this same image, because we are all in the same boat.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in several dream groups, and I think I mentioned to you that these are people from different parts of the world, and yet they're all having a similar themed dream. And it was about war and, war. I don't know how to say it. Fighting and war and places that they've never been to, but things were scary and loud and bombing and things of that nature. And again, these are people that don't necessarily know each other.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I had a dream maybe a few months ago that the virus is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dream was I was in a forest and I saw rustling in the bushes, and I could tell whatever it was that was rustling in the bushes was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was kind of charging forth, and at the very end it was a silverback gorilla. And
oh my!
If you've seen National Geographic, the silverback gorillas they're not exactly the gentlest, sweetest things when they're mad. So in my dream, I said, "Oh no, oh no." And every time I said, "Oh no," it got bigger and bigger. So I remember in the dream, stop saying, "Oh no, stop saying, oh no." And then off to the side, like off camera, a disembodied voice said, "And this is a documentary on scary animals," or something to that effect. So my dream self, my dream guide, was trying to calm it down for me and have someone explain with logic, with science, with this is the research that has been done. Do you know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that dream. It was telling me it's going to be okay. There's people working on it. But with each, oh no, it got bigger and bigger, and that was just me putting a lot of emphasis on the scary part. So
absolutely.
yeah, so the healing,
the
healing for me was information. There was someone that was taking care of me.
Could you also think that we are all, oh no, or this isn't real, or this is your fault, or that line of thinking? Do you think that it may be that it's a kind of warning of what can happen when we start denying or giving false information?
Well,
maybe.
I see.
Not in your case. I know you, but
no. But can the dream be saying to you that this is your own made-up false information, or what you're experiencing is false information? Is that kind of something? Because the dream will say, warning, these people really aren't your friends. Or I heard a dream also recently that this person was hanging out with reality TV show people. And what came to mind was, this is kind of fake-ish, even though it's called reality TV. So in that sense, the dream was saying, warning, these people really aren't your friends. They're not connected. They're not people to hang out with. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas the oh no, or the dark image that was chasing that woman, and finally she turned around and said, "Why are you chasing me?" And the image said, "Because you need me, I'm your fear." So there's medicine on both sides. There's a warning, watch out for this. And then there's the other warning, you are making more of it than it is, and here's how to help. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes complete and total sense. Well, we are running down on time. I do want to let everybody know that Marin is also on Thursday nights on My Psychic Connection with Journey Ryan, who's a very talented psychic, and she does dream interpretation there. And that's on Facebook, right, Marin? That show's on Facebook?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, I'm not technically... I'm not technically understanding. Oh, this is embarrassing.
No, that's okay. It's a chat show. So you can see Journey and Marin on video, and then you chat them the questions, and they will get them that way. So if you do not get or can't call in tonight, you can go to Facebook, and I believe it's called My Psychic Connection with Journey Ryan, and you will be able to talk with Marin, and that is on 10 o'clock Eastern Time on Thursdays. And we have a caller come in, so let's all cross our fingers and hope that the technical problems have been solved. So let's see if we can get this person on the air. Hi, you're on the air with Marin and Miss Holly.
Hi, this is Tasha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay. Did you have a dream that you wanted to ask Marin about?
Do you do like general
reading?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. We do readings on Wednesdays and Fridays. On Mondays, we do dreams.
Oh, do dreams? Okay,
yes,
I've been having some different dreams.
Okay. Go right ahead, sweetie.
Okay, I want to, I don't know if I have time to ask about two, but one of the dreams that I had was I was at the airport, and it was a person that works for an airline, and it was like 15 minutes before the flight was supposed to leave, but they wanted to like get groceries. Like they went to the store and they wanted to sort out the groceries at the counter, and I got so upset because I only had a 15-minute time frame to get on the flight, and I was right there at the counter, and they wanted to do something else and be unprofessional. So I got really upset, and I was like, well, I started recording them, like showing that, like about telling them that I'm about to show corporate, and the guy behind the counter comes from behind the counter, and he does something with his hands, and he puts me in this deep sleep. Like, it almost looked like something from off, what's that movie where you go into this little, the vortex. It just seemed like I went in this black hole, and I had to go to somebody in the dream to take whatever he put on me off of me. So I went into, like, this deep sleep, and it was really hard to get out of it, and I didn't know what that meant.
Marin?
Oh, dear. Well, an airport, when I think about an airport, it is international travel or it is long distance. It's not really like a car, right, from going from point A to B. So, and then 15 minutes, it's a quarter of an hour, and the person that was working at the counter wanted to go grocery shopping?
No, he went grocery shopping, and, like, he was sorting out his groceries and everything he bought. And I was, like, so baffled because I'm like, why are you doing this at the counter knowing that I have to catch this flight? So I became really upset and started recording them, like in disbelief, like I'm about to show corporate, and he got from behind the counter and he did something with his hands and put me in a deep sleep.
So there was,
and I had to,
the person at the counter And it was a second person that put you in a deep
sleep? No, it was the same person.
It was the same person. Okay, so what I ask is, in waking life, is there someone that is ignoring, something that is very important to you, something that you want to get from here to there or make a point? And is there someone that is discounting what you're trying to communicate? And to the point where you're completely shut down. So that's why I think in waking life I would wonder, who are you encountering in waking life that is ignoring, disrespectful, to the point where they're just making you unconscious, trying to get you not to look at the situation at all, but putting you into a deep sleep. So I would also wonder, what's that like, being put in a deep sleep? Is that something that you want to wake up from and stop? Are there many people out there trying to put you in a deep sleep?
Hello?
Trying to ignore and be disrespectful.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You there?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So that's why I was wondering if that made sense.
I can't think of a person right now. It just definitely caught me off guard by that dream.
Yeah. When did this dream happen?
That one was in November, and then I had another one a couple of nights ago. It was me at like a party, and I was dressed really nicely, but I was really upset because I felt uncomfortable because I looked down and my outfit, makeup, and everything was done, but when I looked down at my feet, they weren't done. And I was so uncomfortable, I wanted to leave.
Well, I'm going to address the dream that happened in November. There was a lot of disrespect, and there was a lot of just go to sleep, just try not to look at it. And so I'm wondering if that's what came out in the dream. Sometimes our dreams are influenced by the news and what's going on. It kind of affects our psyche. So it kind of makes me, it kind of leads me to think, if that dream was in November, that was a very tumultuous time. And, the disrespect and trying to make the public not look at it and just disregard it, not think about it, go into a deep sleep. And so that makes me want to wake up to it. So the medicine for me in that dream would be, wait a minute, this is a flight I am going to get on. And it's 15 minutes, I'm going to get on that flight. And no, I am not going to go into a deep sleep. Do you know what I'm saying? So there is a medicine part of that dream. It's giving you a quarter of an hour. It's giving you 15 minutes.
But you know what the funny part about it is? I did actually have a flight later on that month, and I missed the flight by 15 minutes. And I was right there, and they wouldn't let me go. They wouldn't let me go in. And I had to wait.
Now, is this part of
another
the dream?
No, this actually really happened in real life.
Okay. So you missed the flight by 15 minutes.
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay.
Yes, after I had.
So the dream is then it kind of makes sense. The dream is giving you 15 minutes to work this out. What was stopping? What was the holdup? So it was someone being disrespectful. It was someone that was in a or someone that put you in a deep sleep. So this actually, the dream is perhaps letting you take a hold of or take power over that 15 minutes that was lost.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It was really, yeah.
That's wonderful. So I would suggest journaling. Do you journal your dreams?
No,
write them down. It might help, because writing dreams down really also helps with empowerment, with controlling the situation, and really taking a look at what do I need to do in waking life in order to make what I want happen.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Holly, I see that there's the time is almost.
Yeah. I want to just jump in here real quick. Is that okay?
Oh,
can I
perfect.
say something?
Yes.
So I found it significant about the 15 minutes as well. Now I'm looking at this from a completely different training perspective than Marin is, but I find it so interesting how often they overlap each other, and I think that this is another case of that. To me, the 15 is 1 and 5, which makes it 6. Okay, and with 6, you have it's kind of a double sacred number because it's 3 squared. So Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Maiden, Mother, Crone.
Yes.
So it's talking about the deities. And it's also talking about, I find it interesting about the groceries and things like that, because I do think that it is looking at obstacles in your life, disrespect, people not treating you right, that type of thing, but it's also how you deal with it.
Okay.
So I think the universe right now is telling you, yes, there are groceries on the counter, and yes, there are obstacles in the way, but it's not anything that you can't overcome.
Okay.
You'll take a step back and breathe and center yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that especially since Marin was talking so much about the fact there are the elements in your life where you're feeling disrespected or you're feeling like there being obstacles keeping you from moving forward, and feeling disrespected and being surrounded by people who just want you to be quiet, those are huge obstacles. Okay. And so the universe is saying, basically, you have spirit guides and things like that are on your side, and you need to remember that and to ask for their help to move forward.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, we are just at time. Almost. We've got like less than 30 seconds. So again, Marin will be on Thursday with Journey Ryan on My Psychic Connection. I will be back here on Wednesday doing mini readings, prophetic words, and praying. So please watch Marin, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. And thank you so much, and y'all have a super great night. Bye-bye, y'all.
Thank you. Bye.